Lift off! Hi everyone. So every time we have a live stream, I end it with lift off because it's a countdown for going on video. And it's silly and it helps people feel at ease. So that's why I do it. I'm going to be going through a presentation that we usually give to teach people what our community building methodology is and why we build the tools we do. And I have 5 minutes to do it, so here we go. First, I want to say that this is our Shiver. These are the people who are behind us and have been supporting us. We show our power dynamics publicly. Um, Josie and I are owners. Deckhands are independent contractors, and then crewmates are people who are personally associated with us, but not necessarily working for us. And a Shiver, like I said in the other video, is a collection of a community of sharks. This is our community. But here's our methodology for building it. If you want to follow along, you can find this at the Shiver Zine, bluesharkfriends.com/Kickstarter. The Zine was one of the items that came out of our Kickstarter. It was created by Carlin Carter. Shiver. Shiver holistically inspires virtual and economic reparations. When you are together with your community, you are able to share freely because you trust each other. You don't have to have it forced upon you. We broke this up into 3 phases for steps for each phase. It's a 12-step program, kind of like slipped into that. The 3 phases: flotilla, fin frenzy, fission, or gather your shiver, launch your shiver, organize your shiver. It's bringing your people together, starting a project, organizing around it. Our first step is naming your community. It's kind of a double entendre. It's not only coming up with a name for your group, but also identifying who is in your community and telling them that. Next is identify your needs, recognizing who needs what, connecting your community, and failing in public, because when we pretend, we are not able to be vulnerable, and vulnerability is what builds trust. When you do this, you get to a point where you realize you can't move forward because people in your community are drowning. That's where we call raising labor. We say we don't raise capital, we raise labor, and that's how we bring people up into a higher level of safety so that they have capacity to contribute and so that they have capacity to exist. As we work through this, we have to teach everyone, educate your roster, teach everyone like what it is that you're trying to do, align your dreams, discover what other people's dreams are so that you guys can all be building towards each other's dreams as you go, and then whirlpool. Everyone starts to pitch in at the same time. A lot of this is about coming into the same rhythm as a community for where you're putting your energy. We come out of this and we go into the rest phase, fission, and our first step is rest. And our second kind of goes with that, swimming on the momentum, taking advantage of the fact that you built everything, like this presentation, and being able to share it without having to do new work. Finally, we have a festival where you share what you've done and celebrate each other, and you have a ceremony where you identify what people have done and praise them for it. So, having had that as our basis, that is the community building methodology, we build on top of that how we build digital sovereignty. We like to say in an information economy, seize the data. Our um, our version of this, we call it the Shivernet, and it's a collection of independent organizations that are all partnering around with each other and trying to keep economic activity within their community. Um, our homepage right now, we have 2 partners, us and Outfront Magazine, and that's the start of our Shivernet, a community of communities. And anyone can join. All we ask is that they share who their people are, they share what their community building methodology is, and they share what their power dynamics are within their community. And when you have that kind of transparency, people are able to figure out whether or not you actually really vibe together and whether or not you're being honest about who you are. We also have a space that we call the Shivernet Harbor, which is a space for people who are seeking community, and anyone can join. And all we ask is that they list who their communities are, and list a link to their website. So our first project is at shiver.bluesharkfriends.com. It's called ShiverDoc. We built this to help people start with the very first step, name your community. We help them build their own profile like websites. It's similar to Linktree, but it's basically a basic website, and it's Google free, it's Amazon free, and they can upload it to our system and host it there, or they can even upload it to another place like what's the other place?
Neo
NeoCities. Um, yeah. So we use open source projects, and we're using Signal right now, but we're trying to move to Matrix because we want to be able to host all of our own tools and to be able to know that we are the ones in charge of the tools we are using. So we've had some success stories. Our web hosting provider has dealing with a lack of housing, and we are able to help keep her family afloat until they could find housing. Um, our first client, Carlin Carter, decided to take these ideas and run with it and started her own sci-fi anthology, and it's been amazing. And she's already working on her second edition. Um, and then when Snap got canceled last year, we were able to coordinate with Jimmy of Go PFCA and build a connection where we're bringing food to our community. Um, and taking care of each other. And that's really all this is about, is that if we build our digital infrastructure around taking care of each other, we can start to build on top of that very quickly. It can grow exponentially. So I really want to thank you for everything you guys have done for us. And I just wanted to share this is who we are. And this is a start for being able to see all the different ways that we are touching the world.